Hi everyone. I would like to introduce myself. I am Heavyarms 45, and I'm here just like they said in Boondocks. I ain't got no cookies or nothing. I'm just here to tell you my thoughts on different things. I'm sorry for the voice quality. I don't have a camera or a mic to be able to help me sound better. All I have is just this silent room right here. But the fact of the matter is, I'm here to tell you my opinions on different stuff. Some stuff I might say is offensive. Some stuff I might say you might agree with me. In my personal opinion, I don't care. I I listen to a lot of people that's talking about being monetized. Right now, I ain't trying to get monetized. I'm just doing this to put my point out there. If you don't like it, cool. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't really care. You can dislike everything I do, cause this is just me. Thanks. Oh, oh, crap. You still here? Um, okay. Just playing right. Now, the whole point of this whole thing that I'm doing, like I said, is basically like what Peter said in Family Guy. I'm here to grind your gears. I'm here to get on your nerves about certain things or let you see things from my point of view. If you disagree with what I'm saying, that's cool. Now, if you look at my character up there, you can tell that I like anime. That is Heavy Arms from Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. And I really like, and I feel like Gundam Wing is one of the, I guess I haven't seen all the Gundam Wing, but I feel like it's the most well connected story of them, from beginning to end. And I think that that's why it was one of the ones to get on to come to. I think that's the reason it was able to get on to Cartoon Network, and it's still one of the ones that people keep in their minds all the time. If I had to pick out of the five what order they would go into, I would say it would be Sandrock, um, Nataku, Heavy Arms, Death Scythe, and Wing Zero. And a lot of people would disagree with me on Wing Zero, but I have to give number one to Wing Zero for one, the giant freaking cannon that basically could take down battleships, like deeply fortified bases. It was just a weapon that basically was the answer to any big. If you needed a big attack that you didn't care what would destroy in the line of fire of it, that was the weapon. Death Scythe made it number two just because he's black, he has a scythe, he reminded me of death itself. I love the whole idea of him being deaf. Heavy Arms being third was just because he was the most American. Heavy Arms had so many guns on him. He had machine guns. He had his head guns, and then if he really had to, he had the sabers. He had the chest guns. It was the most American one I could think of. I'm sorry, and I forgot the rocket launchers that he had on him. He was the most American one, and I wanted to go ahead and put him as the one I had for my character because even though I think in strength, I think he's a third, he's number one in my heart for how he was. If you go with fourth, I said Nataku. Some say Ultron. Some call him Ultron. I believe that's the right way of saying it. But Ultron was a powerful person. I think that, well, not powerful person. I'm sorry, a powerful Gundam, and I did like um, his dragon arm. It was not something against the Gundam. It was against the pilot, against the actual Gundam itself. It was against the pilot. Wu Fei was just so indecisive to me. Yes, he had a rule against killing women, but then he had other situations to where he didn't know what he really wanted. He was easily influenced. He just wasn't a solid character sometimes. And sometimes he was the most reliable character, like when he first figured out in the series that they got tricked. But he hadn't did much of anything at that point. During the time when that happened, he saw through it and he saw that they were already set up. And then they got out of there. But other than that, he didn't know if they were doing the right thing from the time that he fought. I forget his name. He fought Trace Kushramada. When he fought Trace, he didn't know if he was doing the right thing. He knew that he wanted him dead because that's what Zero System told him, that his true enemy was Trace. And then Trace killed himself. Then you have Mighty Maya come in and like, hey, you should work for me because this is what my dad wanted. And he's like, yes, that's what your dad wanted. And because he was unsatisfied with his life of peace, because he's like, I am a war dog. I am, and I won't say he was 15 or 16 years old. He's like, I'm a war dog. I have to fight. The whole point of me being around, for me being a soldier, is for me to fight. If you don't believe me, listen to this.
And I will become evil itself to find out! Humanity did not change. Although all enemies were defeated, Earth did not change one bit! The more you fight, the more sacrifice for peace becomes a waste. You must have realized that. Is over. So are you saying that soldiers who know nothing but how to fight get discarded? Soldiers have fought to attain a sense of peace. Believe in the world we live in today. I'm acting for the people who are used as weapons. I'm fighting on behalf of all soldiers, including yourself! Wu Fei. Right now, you and I are fighting like this. Isn't it true that you feel fulfilled as I do whenever you're engaged in a fight? You and I are the same. We are only able to acknowledge our existence in the battlefield.
You're so inconsistent, and that's why I didn't like. I liked the Gundam, didn't like the pilot. Catra or Baba Winter was a great person. He had a nice personality. He, like even his followers said, was not a war person. When the Zero System took him over, it made him go crazy because it made him even worse than Wu Fei of not knowing who his enemies were. He basically was, if you were going with alignment from Pathfinder or Dundra, he was chaotic evil for that moment. It wasn't being chaotic neutral. He just thought everything deserved to die. If you were in front of him, you were his enemy. You should die. But I'm not even holding the Zero System against him because the Zero System was already a crazy system anyway, and it made the sane crazy and the insane sane in some cases. And yes, I know what they're saying. That basically makes me say that Hiro Yui was crazy, and he was. He wanted to kill Relina at one point, and then looked like he wanted to kiss her at another point. It made the insane sane. That's what I'm going to say. And when you first meet Catra, he's a very nice soul. He's gentle. He's very loving. He was one of the people that I'm like, oh, he's very heartfelt. He doesn't want to kill. And like I said, I'm not using that against him. But that is not something that you would look for in a soldier. Maybe if you're Air Force, maybe if you're Navy, but not for a Marine. In some cases, the other Gundam's pilots felt like Marines, while he felt like he was more of a politician, kind of like his father. Him and his family came from peaceful society. They looked for peace. They were like the peace crafts. But and with that being said, with the winners and the peace crafts being peace loving people, it just made it to where Catcher was not the right choice as a gun. He was a great gunner pilot, don't get me wrong, but personality wise, I'm almost surprised he was able to take as much as he could of actually killing people, which made Endless Waltz more of a thing for him because he was sacrificial, because he was willing to sacrifice himself for just about everything. And like he was going to die at the point when they decided to go back to the space colonies. But Sandrock decided to tell him, hey, go ahead and get out. And it didn't really talk to him, but it opened itself up and he's like, oh, are you telling me I can go? And that's like, yeah. It's like even like you're kind, so your place is not here on the battlefield to die. I'll die in your place. And it's weird to say that a mechanical system was able to fill out and say that yes, you should leave logically and I should go ahead and stay. And look, in my intro I had my first rant, and now that I've told you my 5 and who's in my heart, get ready to hear some more of this stuff.